Alrighty. Want to thank everybody for joining us here this morning for Dave Pimper's Retirement Boss Radio webinar. This is Brady Pelzer. I'm a annuity sales director here at IMES. And with that said, we're going to get up and going. So here's a few ways we can make you extra money here at IMES if you partner with us on the life and annuity side of things. New producer builders. So it's our new producer bonus program on top of the commission and marketing reimbursement dollars you already rack up writing business through us here at IMES. A little special reward based off of production levels. As you can see here, $100,000 entry, $1 million top qualification for just some extra rewards we like to give out to agents and advisors for producing under us here at IMES. Furthermore, we have our IMES Business Builders, so $50 one-time bonus for any referral you're kind enough to send our way. Also partner with us here at IMES, and then ongoing production. As you can see, Life Target, Indexed Annuity, SPL, as well as MIGAs. Big thing here at IMES, we're all about our back office support, so any case submission, we're effectively babysitting it from submission all the way through to issue. So with that being said, any outstanding requirements will be the first to know. You'll certainly be the second to know. We have business building tools, resources, case design assistance, as well as forms, things of that nature. Effectively anything you need, feel free to give us a call. We're always here to support you and your business any way that is possible. We also have our Firelight e-app system. So we do have a number of carriers built up in this. I'll show that on the next slide. However, the gist of it is, Firelight e-app, one, makes it very easy for the consumer, not a lot of paperwork. Two, expedites business from submission to issue on average 3 to 4 business days. So especially when we're talking about funds that have market risk exposure, those 3 to 4 business days may be very, very handy and beneficial to the client you are writing business on. As I said, here's the list of carriers booted up in our Firelight system. All of our core main players certainly in there. Another big thing so on top of service, marketing is another key cog of our business here at IMES. So your more traditional solutions, turnkey solutions, being professionally written, handouts, really just putting your brand on these turnkey solutions as well as agency solutions. As I said, building out your brand, whether it be logo design, business cards, brochures, as well as just general advertising. And then to your more advanced digital solutions, we have personal website development, social media consulting, pretty much anything you could think of from a marketing, advertisement, brand building standpoint. We have a team dedicated to assisting you in those endeavors. On top of that, we have our on site. Highly encourage anybody on this call to go ahead and give that a peek, as we have excellent sales tools, term quoters, make it very accessible, as well as forms online and our e-app system through there, our Firelight system. So it's a one-stop shop for those carriers built out on that system. Rather than going to each individual carrier website, we'll make it real easy for you, one-stop shop. On top of that, we also have our retirement analyzer system. So one of those softwares that's really just, as I said, it's a software that makes it very easy for the consumer to see all of the moving pieces within their financial picture, put it on one sheet of paper, one database, give them an idea as to A, here's where we're at, B, here's where we're wanting to go, and then C, just tying it together, making recommendations from there to get from point A to point B. We also have our IMES wealth management division here. Big thing with that is going to be If you are not presently Series 65 licensed, we do help agents obtain their Series 65 licensing. If that is something you're wanting or interested in pursuing, feel free to reply to this poll question. We can certainly get you more information pertaining to IAMS Wealth Management. All right, give that about 5 more seconds.
Hey, Brady, man.
Howdy, Dave. How we doing, brother?
We're doing good. How are you doing, brother?
Oh, we're hanging out on a Tuesday.
I hear ya. Let's get some education to those folks.
There we go. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
And anybody that indicated yes, we'll certainly get that information out your way as soon as we're done with this webinar. We also have our Life and Annuity Academies. We have one coming up on from June 15th through the 17th. Really just a great opportunity to get around like-minded financial professionals, sales ideas and strategies from 4 top producers in the industry, the field. This isn't very product-based. We do touch on product a little bit, but it's more how can we go about promoting your business from a marketing, prospecting standpoint, just giving you ideas, fresh ideas for the latter half of 2022 to get you in front of more individuals and more qualified individuals at that. We also have our Top Producer Summit qualification period. We got another month, so if we're anticipating a lot of business, still a great opportunity to qualify for this event at the Greenbrier, and I believe it's South Carolina. And frankly, as you can see, beautiful concourse, great golf course, and just a great opportunity to, you know, produce at a high level as well as, reward you for that production, give you a week to kick back, take it easy, enjoy your success. Also, please follow and like us on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn. Would love to connect with you. We're constantly posting on both those channels, our social media channels, keep you up to date with products as well as just general market environment news, things of that nature. And with that said, I'll go ahead, turn this over to Dave, learn a little bit about Retirement Boss Radio.
Brady, thank you very much. I appreciate it. My name is Dave Pimper. I'm an old timer. Have been in this business since 1981, July the 9th, so going on 41 years. This is not a long webinar. It's like a 10-minute webinar. But Retirement Boss Radio, I'm a big marketer. I like radio marketing, not advertising on 30 or minute ads, but going in on a radio show. And Retirement Boss Radio is a show that I put together. I coach exclusively in I gotta think of the word I'm thinking of. Proprietary. That's the word I'm thinking of. I kind of a stutter in there. Proprietary through IAMS and have over 16 years. But I do a radio show called Retirement Boss Radio. It's an hour recorded show on basically general topics. There we go. Now I see it, on general topics. And so what happens on this is that the show, it lasts for an hour. It's on usually an AM station, sometimes FM, on your local 100,000 person or more metropolitan area. Now, I do a lot of seminar marketing also. We just did last seminar, and I've gotten some really good appointments out of that too. And Social Security does play a main plays a main stay, with Retirement Boss Radio also. So we actually coach you up on Social Security if you do not know it. Okay. So Brady, do I have the slides or do you have the slides?
I've got the slides right now, Dave.
Okay. Next slide, partner. Okay. So let me go in and just show you what radio can do. It first puts you in a branding position that seminars really don't. And I don't like radio better than seminars. But I'll tell you what, it's a very, very good way, which most advisors don't think they can afford. But radio reaches more Americans each week than any other platform. That's wild. more than your cell phone, computer. The median age is 61. So my two kids, Sam, who runs my medical, 30, Liz, who's 32, they're not watching much, listening to much conventional radio. They do some, but they do a lot of podcasts. But older people, 50 and over, they certainly do. 61 is the median age. That's at pre-retired or just retired. I do a lot of in-service transfers, 59 and a half transfers out of working 401ks and retirement plans. Radio reaches an upscale audience. 93% of the adults, the household is 75,000 or over. They listen up to 12 hours a day or more. Yeah, it's basically when you're on radio, it solidifies you as an expert. And there's no doubt that people look at you as a celebrity status. Not that that brings in business, but there's nothing wrong with that. And it's hot. Even though Rush Limbaugh is gone, conservative news radio is hot, hot, hot. Next slide. Now, when he's trying to start looking how radio really is put on up, there's a 4 components. Well, I'm going to tell you this. First of all, you got to look who's on radio. Now, Rush Limbaugh's gone, but he's been taken over by other hosts, Glenn Beck, Kim Commando, Dave Ramsey. They're the syndicated weekly shows Monday through Friday. There's a few on the weekends, but that's where we come in. That's where they open it up for financial advisors or the lawyer or the home repair solar. Yeah, that's where we come on in. If you go in on any big AM station talk in your area and you look of who's on radio, I will almost assure you that those people have been very successful in business. Next slide. Now, what are the 4 components? First of all, let's say you want to look at radio in your neck of the woods. You need 100,000 population or more that radio station goes out to. If you don't, then if it's a very small town, you're just not going to have enough people to pick from to call in. I would like to get 10 appointments per week from radio. I average more than that. In fact, get a load of this. My last 2 weeks, not this last Sunday, which my show's on at 12 o'clock, but the Sunday before, so 2 weeks ago, I got 6 appointments. Well, that's a lot. That's good. And this last time, I got 4 appointments. So I got 10 appointments in 2 weeks, and that's how many I'm looking for per month. Okay? But you go out to, we have a media buyer. In fact, I just talked to him this morning. He has over 750 shows. Their family owns over 40 radio stations, and he does media buying. He has for 25 years. Over 750 shows that they have bought media for that play every single week. Mostly radio, a few television. But there's excellent content. He goes out, he wheels and deals. He gets the very best pricing you could never get on your own, unless that's your brother who owns the station maybe. And what happens is that they secure that radio time. It's an hour every single week. That's the biggest part of the bill. Now, the second part is production. We have a production company separate than the buyer, than the media buyer. They go in and they give us the show notes. I redo those show notes. I bullet point them, add, take from them, want to make them more usable for our guys and gals that do Retirement Boss Radio. But they have a co-host, and he's the same co-host with everybody. He's great at what he does, over 35 years in radio, very good at what he does. He's the color guy. He keeps it going. Banter, back and forth, the conversation on air. Much easier than doing it by yourself. Then the third thing is they go in and it's recorded. So if you want to stop it, redo it, re-record it, could even record the whole segment. That's up to you. And the nice thing is it's recorded, so you're recording. You buy about $225 worth of equipment, a mic, headphones, a little sound booth that your mic goes in. But you can record from your home, your office, your car, heck, from a hotel room, as long as they got internet connection. It's done through software. It looks like if you go to www.retirementbossradio.com, www.retirementbossradio.com, that's our website. There's a white paper. You can hear podcasts of myself. It's pretty cool. I mean, it really makes you sound good. But that production company, they get it for the hour. They put all the ads in it, the bumper, they're called bumper ads for 30 seconds to a minute. and they get it exactly to an hour. Okay. Then the third thing is, because it's recorded, but we open it up for live calls. It goes into a live call center, high touch inbound live call center. They have electronic calendar that hooks up with electronic calendar that you get. It's like $10 a month. And on that, every Friday, it takes us about 20 minutes. For the next 6 weeks, we go in and block off all the time that we can't take appointments. So the appointments are never on top of each other. It's really pretty darn slick. Whoever thought of how to do that was pretty neat. That was our in-call inbound call center. Next slide. And then there's coaching for me. So I'm the one that critiques your shows. If you don't know Social Security, I will go in and teach you Social Security over 3 sessions. There's no cost. IM stipends me to do that. I'm not in your hierarchy on production. We do have an agreement that you got to do some of your business through IAMS, from the radio. So that it's only fair though. That's what it's for. But we make you sound good. I mean, that media buying expert, he gets the cost way down. All in cost is normally between $3,000 and $4,000 a month. That's about the same as what a dinner workshop is, seminar. So we teach you, we coach you. I actually review your first couple live, and then we have sessions of what you could do better, what you're doing good at, what you could add, what you could take away. So you've got someone in the industry that's working with you. Next slide. This is next slide. We'll just keep on going here. Yeah, that's actually what comes across on your email. This guy here was on KFAB. It's a big station I'm on Sunday at 12. The date was a couple, 3 years ago. Appointment time, 8:30. Turning 59 soon. Hasn't settled on someone yet, meaning an advisor. He has a 401k that is 7-figured. Also had questions on Social Security. Yeah, pretty cool. He had actually about 970,000 in his 401k. Next slide. www.retirementbossradio.com. It's our website. It's good information. If you have any questions, just type them in. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Next slide. Yeah, cost $3,000 to $4,000 normally. Could be less. I just had one at $2,700 for an hour. Yeah, for your big metropolitan area, it certainly could be more. We have locations available. We don't put 2 people in the same location, unless it's okay with the person that's already there. I coach you. I train you. It's studio in a box. Yeah, that microphone, headphone, and buffer. The padded little insulated phone or insulated microphone booth we order. End result is you've got a heck of a good show. Next slide. Al Jolson's an old actor. He said, I like to do radio just like pictures. Leave the imperfect stuff on the cutting room floor. You can. It's recorded. Takes the pressure off of you for a mess up. Say, I want to look that up. Give me a second. Yeah, Google it up, the answer, and you find it. So much different than doing it live. Next slide. There's no saying, since procrastination is my sin, it brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Tomorrow never comes, does it? If you have an interest in getting in front of more appointments, and radio does have a higher net worth than most seminars do. I don't like radio better, but it's a very good way, and very few people really look at radio. We help you. We have a process through that. Let's go ahead and put that the poll up, Brady, right now, if they want an appointment or not. So he's going to go and put up, yes, I'd like to get more information on Retirement Boss Radio. No, I wouldn't. Mark yes or no. If you mark yes, absolutely. Brady's going to call you. And he was our co-host today. Started off with IAMS. He's going to call you. Take the call. Don't mark yes if you're not going to take the call. But we're going to talk for 15, 20 minutes, see what you do in marketing, seeing if Retirement Boss Radio, or for that matter, it could be seminar marketing. I mean, just something that's going to increase production, increase the amount of appointments that you have day in and day out. And remember, you get both of those ways. You get coached up on Social Security claiming. If you work with that pre-retired crowd or just retired crowd, and you don't really understand Social Security claiming, shame on you. If you're competing against me, you're not going to win that business, because I'm going to wow them with what I know about Social Security, and you can too. Just as long as you get coached up and you put a little time in, you can certainly be the expert in your area. Brady, I'm going to turn this over to you, see if there's any questions, and then we'll go ahead and button this up for the day.
Yeah, like Dave said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them now, and we can certainly get them answered for you. Leave this open for just a bit if you do have any last minute questions. Otherwise, Dave, thank you very much for your time. Always a pleasure,
Oh,
my
you bet.
friend. And
You bet.
like you said, I'll be if and for anybody that marked yes, be circling back with you. Give you an opportunity to sit down with Dave, have a in-depth discussion about his radio affiliate, Retirement Boss Radio. See if this is going to be a fit for you and your business this year, my friends.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for attending today. Hopefully, we can talk to a bunch of you. Appreciate it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.